his charge actually kills one person. So if you'd have ulted, you could actually probably have saved them here. So these kills are good. I'd say they're fine. Like, but what you're gaining from these kills, you're losing back here. But for example, if you
Yeah.
kill the Ryan and then you go for these kills, that's where it'd be good, right? Because then you're not. It's not really that risky. Kind of like it kind of makes sense to do that in that situation. But here, I would pop ult instantly. Again, we want a position so that if the Ryan shield breaks, we're not like right where the bash. And this is why you throw this, because this will happen occasionally. Because yeah, that's kind of nice. Hey guys, if you would like coaching just like my viewer got in this video, make sure to find my link down in the description to my Discord, or just add me on Discord and we can talk about coaching, and hopefully you guys enjoy the video. See you guys in the next one. Okay, so anything about Moira before we start that you want to talk about?
Yeah, on Moira, I like kind of confused on what I'll do a lot of the times is I'll be great on attack. I can easily I could dive the healers, but then I don't know when the best time to do that is. Like I don't know.
Okay.
Because whenever I do that, I kind of end up just like my rest of my squad just kind of gets low on healing. And I know, like, even though there's some healer there, it's like it kind of just feels like it's not me because I wasn't there to heal.
Yeah.
And then yeah.
Okay, so I mean, I definitely learned. I mean, I played Moira back in Overwatch 1, but I learned that recently, like, you have to find a nice balance between healing damage, but always your number one priority should be healing, because you are a support. You're not a, you're not a damage. So, you primarily want to be doing as much healing as possible, but you can kind of actually think about Valorant a little bit, since you come from Valorant and I've coached you in Valorant before. So this game now is, unlike before, it's 5v5, just like Valorant. So if your team does get a kill and you see some kind of opportunity to like fade in or just to go aggressive with a damage orb or something, you can go in 5v4 or like 5v3. Like if the tide of the fight is going toward your team and you're getting the tempo, or you're getting the advantage, so it's like 5v4, 5v3, whatever. Or you just see an opportunity, that's where you really want to kind of be playing more aggressive as Moira, because your team is going to need less heals, because enemy team is going to be more, they're going to have less damage, less pressure, and they're going to be probably focusing on like falling back, regrouping, or that's what they should be doing anyway. So, but on the opposite end, if you are losing someone on your team, or you're losing multiple people on your team, so it's 4v5 or 3v5, that's not the best time to be going in. Unless you know that you can throw a damage orb in ults or something, and then like maybe kill one or two. Like if you know for a fact that there's some squishies that are low. By the way, squishies are people that are 200 HP or lower. That's what people usually call them. So if you can kill them somehow, that's good. But the cool thing about your ult is also that you can. Little tip is try to get behind your teammates and try to damage enemies through your teammates, so you heal and damage at the same time. So hopefully that makes sense. This is my favorite map in all of Overwatch.
Yeah,
so.
it's definitely my favorite too.
Also, before you ult, make sure that you throw a damage or heal orb. Just a little bonus tip. Alright, anything else to preface our session?
No, I'd say I'm happy with that.
Okay, so again, this is gonna be a really good map for Moira.
Shed the weight of your doubts, and your mind will become clear.
Yeah, I'm gonna make a Baptiste guide after our session. I'm gonna make a little VOD review of myself, because I've been playing a lot of Moira, but also a lot of BAP now, because BAP is probably stronger than Moira, but there are some downsides about BAP, like he doesn't have Fade, he has Immortality, and the cooldown that's a lot longer. So if you're looking for someone else to kind of pick up, I would suggest BAP. BAP is really good on maps that are not like King of the Hill or the push maps. BAP's not as good on those. Moira is better on those, but yeah, BAP is like high ARS tier right now, I would say. So Widow is very common on this map. So basically, our team wants to be playing like behind this building. The Widow can come up here, which is kind of dangerous for you, especially because you're low HP. Always vulnerable to.
One kill.
Yeah. So here, okay. So here, the damage orb is fine. We probably could have started actually closer because you're like running from spawn there, but that's fine. You could have thrown a damage orb a little sooner. This is something I'm thinking about, just like how do you maximize damage? How do you maximize ult charge? The Bastion. Bastion came back. So here, I would say that we're kind of we're kind of out in the open a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Because I already know just from listening, just the sound cues, that there's a Widow and there's a Bastion. So right now, you can actually see the Bastion and the Widow. So we're actually in pretty dangerous territory here. Are you actually gonna get shot? What's your rank again? Sorry.
I just hit
Silver?
diamond.
What do you say?
I hit diamond.
Oh, yeah, diamond. Okay, I don't know why I said
Yeah.
silver. I think I was talking to someone else. Okay, that's pretty good actually. So, yeah, this guy might actually have to land a shot then. Yeah, here I wouldn't. So one of two things really should happen here. Okay. One of two things should happen here. We should either ask our Ryan to fall back, which is probably the correct thing to do, because our Ryan is completely alone. This does happen sometimes on this map. But I don't think we should be going over here to help him unless we have other teammates also trying to go up here. Because here you're just, I mean, you do have fade, so you could fade over here and try to heal him, but he doesn't really need healing right now, so you actually don't need to be here. And you have healing orb coming up very soon. Here I'd actually have probably, yeah, go ahead.
Sorry.
I would have actually probably thrown the heal here or saved the healing just for yourself. Here we're just out in the open like a lot, so be very careful about this, because Widows in this rank right now might not hit you a lot, and they don't, I mean, and honestly in my rank too, they don't hit you a lot, but it's good to just kind of respect it. It's like playing it's an op, you know?
Yeah, just taking away the opportunity even if they want.
Yeah, like that guy has a permanent op, so if he can aim, then you want to be careful. But here I think our positioning just a little bit off. Here I think we should have thrown a healing orb for ourselves. And then try to get our team to like move up a little bit with our Ryan.
I'm kind of very like kind of. I don't know. I'm kind of in the mindset that I just want to take damage for a second and just heal myself with my passive. I just don't use the healing orb for me a lot.
Yeah,
So,
the passive is like after you're in combat, you start healing, right?
yeah.
So that's fine, but like we're kind of, you know, we're getting low. So you can use that logic for like if you're maybe 150 or higher. But if you're getting this low, there's a chance that like pretty much anyone in the game can kill you pretty quickly. So be a little more cautious. Like again, in your rank, you're not gonna get punished for this super often because you're not taking damage that frequent. Like people aren't like kill Moira, but eventually that will happen. You do have fade as well, so you know they're. I know, so also we're healing our Ryan a little bit more than we need to be, but it's fine.
Yeah, definitely puts tanks a lot.
Yeah, but here like you're just barely living from this Widow. But here, yeah, you want to look for suck here. You want to look for right click to regen your.
Yeah.
Look for suck and then ask yourself like, should I throw a damage orb? Or should I try to save it? Right now, your Ryan's not taking that much damage, so you can just throw another damage orb, and try to right click because you're using your heals up. I think you're actually wasting a little bit of your heals, which is not necessarily a bad thing. It's good that you want to heal your teammates, but here we go. Here you can use your comms. Widow up top. Don't peek. So now, remember what I said? Now we can go, it's 5v4, we can go aggressive a little bit, but we're getting pressured pretty hard by the Ryan right now, and this guy might die. So again, this is kind of situational, right? Like, if this guy is not low right in front of you, then you could maybe go in. Or if the Ryan's not pressuring you, then you can maybe go in. Yeah. So here, I would just throw a heal, honestly. Yeah. That was a little risky, but it's fine. Here, I'm gonna move up here and throw a damage orb, just because we're resetting. They're respawning. We just killed the Ryan, so they're not gonna be pushing in for a little bit. I'll just throw the damage orb for... Like right here, we could have thrown the damage orb like 3 seconds earlier, and then had another one sooner, right?
Yeah, so like maximizing usage.
Yeah. Here, I like they were looking for the right click. Here you can be like Ryan, maybe come back or something. So they swapped off Widow to Ashe. Notice their Widow did not kill anyone, so you see, this is again the perfect opportunity to just throw a heal right here. Like you can throw a heal and then don't have to worry about like turning around. You can keep focus on your Ryan. But here we're holding the orb for this has been like 5 or 6 seconds now. So definitely maximizing your usage there. Hold there in. So I think you're trying to suck a little more than you should. Not than you should. It's just I think you're trying to do it from too far away. So here, yeah, like right here, I would already know I can't reach this. So I'll just heal my Ryan, and then I might even go around. I go around here a lot, just to throw the damage orb behind them and then suck a little bit. If you know that their DPS are kind of dangerous and you don't want to like risk dying, you don't need to do that. But here we're really low on heals. There's a Ryan shield. These guys are kind of far away. Our Ryan's fine, but we can go around, right click, get our heals back a little bit, throw the orb, and fade. We have fade if we need it, right? Make sure you have fade if you're going for something a little more risky. Okay. Yeah, this is fine. Like, this is the type of thing I was talking about, like where you see an opportunity. But it's 5v5, and if there is a healer somewhere right now that we don't see that heals him even like once, then you're gonna die. Like, you know, Kiriko's extremely broken right now. Probably the best healer in the game, or at least the best support in the game. And she has an ability where she can just make him immune.
Zuzu, yeah.
And so does Bap. So does like half the game, sadly. But so we get a kill here. This is very good. But just be aware that this is gonna get you punished if you go for something like this early in fights, and people are not gonna be happy about it. If it doesn't work. Like, yeah, they actually have a Kiriko as well. So, but you can't get away with this stuff. Like, as you see, this guy's not even turning on you. But here now we see the dilemma here. Let me see actually. So here we could. Something else I like to do is like to get up really close to people while I'm holding right click and melee. I don't know if that maximizes damage, but it just kind of makes it harder for them to hit you in a lot of cases. But here, yeah, go ahead.
I usually do that, but because it's Kiriko, you know, because the headshot multiplier, I want to stay back a bit more.
Yeah. Here also you get orb back. We could, because it's been a few seconds since we've like checked our Ryan or checked how low our teammates are. Again, that's your number one priority always. It's not to kill these people, even though if you kill both these people, that's good. But if you kill both these people and then your Ryan and like someone else on your team dies, you're probably gonna lose the fight because they have a healer and they have a Ryan, and you guys don't have a Ryan anymore. But here, honestly, we throw a heal orb, kill this guy, and then ult, then the fight's over. You won. But here we need to see, like, we need to be thinking about back here. Throw a heal orb. I think we should have insta-ulted.
Yeah, I do all that.
Like right here, insta-ult. I think there's an honor, so you could get slept, but I see this as a really good opportunity to ult. Wait. Wow, his charge. Oh, I thought his charge killed all of those people. So his charge actually kills one person. So if you'd have ulted, you could actually probably have saved them here. So these kills are good. I'd say they're fine. Like, but what you're gaining from these kills, you're losing back here. But for example, if you kill the Ryan and then you go for these kills, that's where it'd be good, right? Because then you're not. It's not really that risky. Kind of like it kind of makes sense to do that in that situation. But here, I would pop ult instantly. Okay, so we do pop it, but a little early. One thing with Coalescence is it's kind of like, just don't be afraid to like waste it. You can charge your ult very, very fast, especially if your tanks are getting taking a lot of damage. You're optimizing you're throwing an orb in a good way, and then you're also healing. You're gonna get your ult really quickly. So yeah, this is where you want to try to get behind your teammate that needs heals and try to damage enemies through them. Yeah, so very good from you, honestly. I think we could have saved at least one teammate, maybe even two there. But good ult. Now here we want to just heal, right? We want to heal, stabilize. Where you could, yeah, I think we could throw a heal orb here. Like, you know, I feel like we don't throw enough heal orbs. It's not detrimental, but like,
That's how I do prioritize damage orbs a lot.
Yeah, like damage orb. I mean, you're not like in this scenario. You're probably not gonna kill someone. If you're lucky, you might kill one. But what is it really getting you? Do you think?
Yeah, it's just like a little chip. It'll probably get healed, so it's not worth it.
The main thing it's giving you is ult charge. But what does heal orb also give you?
Heal up, ult charge.
Yeah, also gives you ult charge. So basically, what I'm thinking here is our Ryan's almost half HP. He's lost almost all of his armor, and you're taking damage, and your soldier's taking damage. So throw a heal orb right here, bounce it back between these two walls, and then throw a damage orb after you guys are like safe.
The damage orb doesn't replenish your heals, right? Like how it does with your stuff.
No. We can see right now. Oh, it does. Wait, no, it doesn't. That was just the automatic recharge. Yeah, it doesn't. I did read a comment earlier that said if you spam right click, it recharges your heals quicker. So you could try that. I actually don't know. That sounds like it could be true though. Wait, let's see the fate here. We could have just walked out of this. This is fine though. So this is a really good opportunity to throw a damage orb. Why do you think that is?
Zenyatta is covering all the healing.
Yeah. Exactly. You throw a heal orb. That's kind of funny. So, yeah, I mean, it's good that you threw the heal orb, but I would just say throw a heal orb a little more. Like, again, always prioritize healing. Like, this is probably gonna be the #1 tip from this session. Is just like you have to find a balance between damage and healing, but try to always prioritize healing. Okay. So, if our range shatters like this, I'm probably gonna try to focus on my Ryan. Like, maybe not now because he's going to their spawn, but yeah, you could have saved this guy, right? Could definitely.
Yeah.
He's tried. I think you're just in the mindset of like I'm gonna do some damage, but you should be like, oh, I'm gonna do some healing and then I'm gonna do some damage.
Yeah. Right. So basically, what should happen is you heal, your Rhine, your DPS, so they get one pick, and then you wait for an opportunity and you fade into them or just push them.
Yeah, and it's not always like that. Like sometimes it's gonna be 5v5 and there will be a good opportunity. Like the Bastion kill you got earlier is actually a very good example of that, right? But in some scenarios, their Kiriko could make him invulnerable, save him, and you just die, and that's really, really bad because then your team is probably guaranteed gonna lose. But if you can find a situation like that and you feel like it's pretty safe, it's not like super risky, then you can do that 5v5 as well. Right now, I would say that you're throwing definitely more damage orbs than healing orbs. You're trying to do more damage with your right click than you're trying to heal with your left click. It's just I think some scenarios where you're damaging, I'd rather like right here, I'd rather see you heal. Yeah. Does that make sense?
Yeah, definitely.
We've also not come through this right side once yet. It's really good because people in high ranks will come through here and try to like push through there just to like get on the back line. And you can do that on attack too. But on defense, you can just come through there with your fade and your orb up, throw the damage orb, and suck a little bit for more heals to regenerate your heals and just fade back if you really need to. And a lot of the time, they're not even going to turn on you. So as long as your tank doesn't need a lot of heals, you can do something like that as well. So right now, I'd be looking at my Rhine. Throw heal orb. If you're gonna heal someone, throw heal orb first. So since you don't use heal orb a lot, I'll give you a little tip. This is actually good. This is probably what I would do personally, just because I see my Ryan. Like I don't want to lose my Ryan, but also it's kind of our Ryan's fault for being here. So I would throw heal orb here, and so a little tip since you don't use a lot of heal orbs currently anyway is try to throw your heal orb in a direction where you think the person you're trying to heal is moving, because if you throw a heal orb this way,
and they move forward, it's just gonna get nobody.
Yeah, it's not gonna do a lot. And also heal orb or damage orb, whenever it's damaging or healing someone, it'll slow down while it's healing them for a little second, and then after it's done damaging them, it'll start speeding up like very fast. So make sure you're throwing it like on top of them. Here you do actually throw it, but it's kind of late.
I think all this time.
Yeah, this is kind of on your Ryan, to be honest. This is where you could use comms, though.
Yeah.
This is where you could use comms. Like, this guy was in their backline for, like, a long time, to be honest. Like, probably longer than he should have been. So this is where you'd be like, Ryan, come back. I cannot heal you right now. I can't heal you. Yeah, instead of throw a heal here, he probably would have been up to, like, right here. Then maybe that would have made a difference. I don't know. He does actually kill someone, though. Your heals are deceivingly high. Like, if I was you in this game, I would probably have like 6,000 heals at least. So try to, whenever you're looking at the scoreboard, don't look at the healing first and then look at the damage to try to gauge how you're doing. Because if you look at damage, then like, you're like, oh, I got triple the damage, either of them. Like, that doesn't really matter. unless your team
Yeah.
is always healed.
Yeah.
So, yeah. The heals are good though. Like, I mean, your heals could definitely be better from what we've seen, but you're still out healing like half the game, or the whole game. I mean. Here, I would just fade, insta fade, throw a healing orb onto site at a good angle.
Yeah. I think my brother came in and spoke to me in a second.
Yeah. So now you just throw a damage orb. You could have actually probably made a difference there, but it's fine. Yeah, here, like, you're just kind of playing like a DPS, to be honest. Like, this is fine. Like, throw the orb, but like, don't push it. There's a Bastion and a Junkrat. Like, if you're against a Widow or something, don't push it. You could throw the damage orb and fade back. Wait for your team. Because you're going to die if you do this. If you consistently do this, if you're in Diamond, you're going to get to Masters, you will get punished, and then your team will get angry, and it won't be very good.
Yeah, I think I play a bit aggressive because I play with some friends that like to just like, you know, dive a lot, and I just kind of adapted that kind of play style quite a bit, which is bad when I'm not playing them.
Dive is good if you have people that are like diving, or people that are
Yeah.
going aggressive. But this is just kind of like, you're literally just playing like a DPS here. Here, I think you believe this guy is like closer, but he's actually on the other side of the wall. Again, I don't know why he's there, but we're kind of trolling by going like this.
Yeah, yeah.
We could still get out because they don't even realize they were here yet. But yeah, so try to just chill out a little bit. Try to, again, not only prioritize healing, but try to prioritize being around teammates, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could throw a healer. That would have been fine. Maybe not fully necessary, but
I think
like
it's kind of in the mindset where like
you
even
don't want to
like
waste it.
I don't think I just don't think it's gonna get value, so I don't use it. But
Yeah, but it's only
I-
every 7 seconds you get another one, right? So it's like
yeah, that's what I was about to say. I
Yeah.
just like
here
recharge
you can
it,
throw
like,
one. Like, you don't know if the Bastion's gonna be doing a lot of damage to someone, to her, to you. Like here, I would have probably held. I'd probably just heal, just because I know that we're gonna be taking a lot of damage soon. But we do have Cole. Here I'm trying to get Cole. I'm trying to tell my team, like, yo, I have Cole. Play. Get ready. Get ready.
yeah, I don't cop enough. I don't think.
I would insult right now. If there's any chance you win this fight, you want to win it. And there's actually a good chance. You're down 1, but you're only down 1. This guy's purple. Your teammates are up. If you ult, yeah. I got purpled. Yeah, here we can go aggressive because you don't really have anyone to heal. They're kind of backing up a little bit, so what else are you going to do? But, yeah, be careful though. Yeah, be careful here because you know, there's a lot of damage coming at you, so. Okay, good. Healed. Yep. Okay, I like that we threw the heal. Looking back at it now, what's a better direction to throw the heal?
Backwards.
Yeah, so it's kind of like awkward to do, but it's something that you kind of learn. Like right here at insta turnaround, just throw the heal because I know that we're not gonna be going forward anytime soon, or to the left probably. And there you see, it does actually healer, so that was pretty good. But backward probably would have been a little better.
No opposition is insurmountable.
So yeah, definitely still gonna harp on your healing orbs. You're just not using it enough, I don't think.
Taste of poison.
Like here, I would still throw a healing orb. Still throw a healing orb. Because he grabbed, he's probably going to be taking damage. You have to think a little bit ahead here. Like, yeah, he's right here right now. Yeah, our other healer might be healing him, but, you know, like, see here, if you threw healing orb, this would still be healing him. And is your damage orb really getting more value than the healer orb would? Probably not. Here, this is actually pretty good. I like this a lot. Because what are the odds that they're actually going to be able to punish you for this? So that's actually a really good opportunity, but again, instantly shift your focus back to healing. Your heals don't go that far, your right click does not go that far. I would suggest going to the range and practicing. Just not practicing, just tell yourself the range, yeah. Because here, don't even bother wasting your heals here. you can fade into him. It's not. Yeah, it's fine. I would just prioritize heals to make sure no one dies.
Thanks, Anna, for the nano boots.
You're welcome.
You're always trying to predict what ults they might have. I think they might have Tyre. I think they might have Kiriko ult.
They
So
have multi.
again, we could be throwing a damage orb. Like if I wipe the team out, I'm gonna be all the way up here throwing a damage orb like into their spawn, literally. But only for a second, not, you know, again, I know that you're playing aggressive, I'm like, don't play aggressive. But you can go up for a split second and then come back. And if they
So
let you get
know
away
the
with it.
damage orb-
Yeah.
You know the damage on the spawn, is that for overcharge or?
Not like into their spawn, but like around where they come out of their spawn.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's just, yeah, it's for ult charge. Because you're not using it right now. So again, it's just maximizing it. Moira's really not a hard character to play or master. It's just like small little things that matter. So like finding balance between heal damage, learning when to properly use fade, all the little kind of tiny mechanical things like positioning
Would you say
behind.
would you say my fade usage is good enough right now, or is there anything I can improve on?
Your fade's pretty good. I think you're just kind of not positioning well, so your fades
Yeah.
aren't as good. So if you like, remember like I said on first point going around to the right and then using fade to get out, like getting yourself in situations like that, so that fade gets more value. But I feel like, yeah, go ahead.
I kind of went into the game playing Moira, so I think fade kind of was a cheap way for me to not learn positioning in this game so far.
Yeah, I think you kind of also fade in a little aggressive sometimes too.
Yeah.
So, like sometimes you have really good one, like the last one on the Ana there is really good, but
Enhancing your vitals.
here we could have thrown a damage orb like 10 seconds ago. Could have thrown a second one. Here, prioritize heals. Heal. Okay. Just a regroup. Here, I'd be telling, use your comms. Definitely use your comms. Oh, you are? Okay, I just can't hear it. Be like, I have coalescence here. This is where it actually fades straight forward because I know that we're having a nice advantage. Throw a damage orb and just try to damage as much as I
I
can.
think I was trying to get this Zarya to bubble me right here.
Yeah, be aware of that. There's a lot of holes in certain maps.
It's happened to me
Oh.
like 2 times, I think, actually.
And then junk. Okay. Oh, you're gonna, yeah. That one actually like faded right into it. So here, good heal. I don't know what made you heal there, but oh, it was her. Okay. But this is, even though nobody needs heals, I still say this is a good heal because like your team's getting pushed because we're down one. Echo died. That's why this is a good heal because they're gonna be coming forward fast. Like guys, go go go. They're down 2. Which means they might be taking a lot of damage, so you gotta be like predictive with your orbs, not just because these orbs travel slowly sometimes, or not slowly, but they travel. They're a projectile, right? So yeah, it's actually gonna catch. That's actually gonna catch your Zarya a little bit, and then we already have another one, so it's fine.
Junk sleeping?
Now our Pharah kills everyone. Now I would have actually.
I used it 'cause it's
GG?
the end. Yeah.
I say GG.
Half time man.
I think attacking is even better for Moira, to be honest. So our heals could definitely be way better. I would have over 10k by now, at least. And my damage would probably still be about as good as yours, if not better. Just because I'm always it's about maximizing your orb usage, really.
Yeah.
And then also just being aware of like who needs heals, where are they, and, you know, being in range to heal them as well.
Select your hero.
Okay. Were you able to get the Moira skin?
I'm getting it soon, yeah.
These skins are expensive. I don't know why they made them so expensive, but kind of ridiculous. Okay. So
Does it bother you that you've taken as many
Now we're
lives as
attacking.
you've saved? I don't mind.
So Zarya is like, this is Zarya's best map in my opinion.
Let's go, guys.
I have by far my most time on Zarya. Here, I always like to kind of fade and then jump on top of the bus here, and then throw a damage orb quickly. This is an example of a fade that's not really like troll, because nobody really plays up here, even though it kind of seems a bit aggressive. And again, you're not going to be using fade for like a little bit, so you're going to have it again anyway. And then you're just getting this is the difference, right? You're just getting more damage, you're getting more ult charge, right? Because you're not going to be using heal, you're not going to be using fade at all for the first like 10-15 seconds. Here, I would have already thrown damage orb. Always get your mindset like, if I'm not doing anything, if nobody needs heals, if we're not going in, throw the damage orb. Good, but I always throw the orb right here, just because this is where the majority of people are gonna be. And now I'd throw another damage orb. I wouldn't necessarily fade in yet, because this is a really tight kind of area. We really want to make sure that we're healing our Zarya here. It's really why I like this map so much. Throw the orb. You're junk to the left, you could get one shot right now. To the left. Yeah, good fade. Like, the junk is an example of someone you could probably punish. Don't get too close, because he can absolutely just one-shot you, but if you throw a damage orb on him, he gets kind of low, you can fade on him and kill him.
Junk inside.
Yeah, I feel like if I was you, I'd be playing more kind of like flanky, you know, not like flanking, like brain dead flanking and not healing at all, just like kind of like coming around here, you know, say the junk isn't here, we could try to kill the junk, contest him just a little bit with an orb, not necessarily run into him because you don't know where a trap is, you don't know if he's actually going to one-shot you, but if there's nobody in here, come in here, throw damage orb behind them, and then fade back if your Zarya needs heals or something, but like here we're kind of like, we're right behind our Zarya and we're like trying to right-click the Rein shield. You can throw a damage orb through the Rein shield, but that's about all you can do. So, you know, unless your Zarya needs like a lot of heals, which so far he really hasn't, to be honest. Some games your tank's gonna be like 1 HP the whole game, and you're always gonna have to heal them. So you'll learn through that. But
yeah, I'm kind of in the mindset where, you know, if tank dies, everyone dies. That's kind of why I keep thinking. So I make sure that, you know, the tank doesn't die.
that's good. But so far this game, he's just not taking that much damage. Like he has a little bit, but. Heal, right? This is. I thought you were gonna throw heal. This has been a really good heal, because you could run up with it, get a heal yourself, and then heal these guys as well.
Yeah, I think a lot of
You
things
actually-
with the healing.
Yeah, you should have
I think,
actually died there, to be honest. Like your Ana got a really lucky, not lucky nade, but good nade on you. You wouldn't have died, but should have.
I think what I think with the healing orb is like a lot of the times like, oh, why use it? Because I can heal my team myself, you know, because like so close.
Yeah.
I kind of think with the healing orb, but it's like if they're far away, I can't heal them. That's when I use it.
Yeah.
But I guess,
No,
yeah.
because like it heals a lot. So up close, if you can throw it around multiple people that need healing, it'll heal all of them simultaneously, which is something you can't really do with your heal unless they're really grouped tight. But think of your healing orb as more effective than your actual heal for now, just to get you into the habit of using it more. Because really in a lot of situations it is. Here, I would be going forward, throwing a damage orb. It's really, you know, once you get advantage, the game's kind of simple. Like once you get advantage, you go forward. Don't go too far forward because you can die. We're pretty where we should be around our tank. I think we hear junk. This is where you can kind of contest junk a little bit. Throw a damage orb in the junk. Yeah, you could very easily kill this junk. You just kind of like even just throw a damage orb and then see if he gets low, because no one's gonna be healing him for at least like 5 or 10 seconds after you damage him. Yeah, you should die there too. But throw a heal orb on yourself, and then for Zarya, no reason to hold it here. Again, this ability is only 7-second cooldown, so like we're more willing to rely on our Ana to heal us than healing ourselves with a heal orb. It's actually 8 seconds. But still pretty short. So now this junk should be this guy, I would have dove him honestly on my own by now, because this guy is just out of position every fight. And I don't think we realize. Yeah, it's good they called the Rein's low. This junk. So here we throw a heal orb. Throw a heal orb. Okay. Yeah, stop using it. Honestly, just like unbind the damage orb. I don't think you can even do that, but.
No, definitely. Yeah, I get it.
Like right now, it's like you use damage orb like 80% of the time.
Would you say that's like the thing that's holding me back with Moria the most?
Your positioning could use work too. Like, again, positioning more aggressive so that your fade gets more value. Sometimes it's kind of like in Valorant. Whenever I coach people to like, you know, they're like, should I lurk more? Or like, no, you should only lurk sometimes. But whenever you do lurk, make sure it gets you a lot of value. So whenever you do go up and you throw the damage orb or you look for an aggressive pick, make sure you're getting value out of it, and then save your fade for that opportunity. Because it's just like a get out of, it's just like dismiss. It's just like free. You don't even need a kill, and you have it every however many seconds. So those are the main things though. Yeah, prioritize heals. Stop trying to damage. Understand you're not a DPS, but you can actually do quite a bit of damage as Moira. You're not going to be out damaging DPS. If you are right now, you're not always going to be. And that's okay, you could honestly be out healing everyone in the game for the vast majority of games. That's going to be the case a lot of the time for Moira players, except for like dive comps where nobody's grouping or anything like that. So
GG. Nice pick.
good that we threw damage there. Now we need to get right clicks. Good. Okay. That's her fault. I would consider throwing a heal maybe, like, because the cool thing about the healing orb actually slows down as it heals. So the cool thing about that is you can run up with it while it heals you. So you're basically, by doing that, you're like slowing it down. Whereas otherwise, if you kind of like throw it and then stand still, it's gonna speed up and then like go to Narnia. Damage orb's fine though
Let's go.
for this one. Here, I would be looking, because it's like, here, I would constantly trying to play more aggressive, because I need heals, right? Like, I notice you do this a lot, where you're kind of just, like, back. And Moira has the ability to, literally the ability to get out of jail free.
Yeah.
So, here we need heals. If your Zarya somehow instantly goes down to 1 HP right now, she's probably going to die, because you don't have heals. So here, I would move around the corner, even though it's a junk spamming. Look for some right clicks. If you take a little damage, then fade back. Your Ana has you. You have heal orb. Here, like, you can get out of position very easily on Moira without being punished. Like, you can go over here. I would, like, move literally over here. Do the pop and swing over to there. It's like, what are they going to do? You know, it's going to take them a few seconds to actually, like, first realize that you're there, and then second to actually start, like, damaging you, you know? So, and then by the time that they can even do anything to hurt you, you can just fade. That's what I mean whenever I say like this fade's not good here. Let's see. I think you take one junk hit. And you take fire strike. Here I'm like, okay, I took some damage, but I'm not really worried about dying. So also if I was gonna fade, I would fade backwards in this situation. Damage orb's really good there. Heal orb would have been good too, but you kind of took a lot of damage really quickly. So now I'd be like, let's group up, stop staggering. And then I would say have coalescence. This junk should be dead. If this guy is here alone, ping him, say kill junk, throw damage orb, go on him, like, you know. Throw damage orb in there, he's gonna be like half HP.
If someone's like playing off a lot, that's like an example where you can just punch them with your
Yeah, if it's a squishy that's alone, and like your team, like especially with how your team's positioned here, that guy is just sandwiched. Like he's I mean, you don't even have to worry about him now because we're just gonna win. But yeah, that's exactly right, I would say. Here, this is a good example of throwing a heal orb. Throw a heal orb up toward here. Gonna heal both of these guys simultaneously. I would actually coalescence maybe. I don't think we need it actually. We don't need it. Yeah, like, yeah, that's fine. I'm just happy that you threw it. I don't know why this guy's using the ult here. Could have just faded into the junk to try to kill him.
Yeah, honestly, I thought I could have. I thought I could have.
It's also like down here, I think. Like fade over it and just kill him. Because he's just trolling here. I got the supports, guys. I got the supports. Nice job, bro. So here we can use coalescence, and let's see how we use it. Actually, I want to make sure you throw your orb before you do it. Okay. Remember, we can't damage this far away, so just remember that. We're kind of just wasting energy here by doing this. Wasting time, I mean. So damage orb and just coalescence. It guarantees that we get this push off. Right now, there's still a chance we actually lose. I would actually fade up all the way above this, throw a damage orb, and then start Moira ulting. Okay. Because also our Ana's behind, so we don't have to worry about healing as much right now. But here, right, they're gonna get out. So if your team sees you flying through the sky, throwing a damage orb, and then ulting, they're probably gonna come up to help you. Hopefully. I don't know, but hopefully. Damage orb coalescence. Don't try to hold your coalescence unless your team's like down. Like if it was your teammate that died earlier. But if your team gets one kill, it's actually really good to use Moira because it's like you have that momentum. They're gonna be falling back. They're gonna be like trying to regroup, and you can like punish them for that. Yeah, I would try to throw damage orb like right with the ults. And the reason I say that is one, it's to like maximize the usage, but also to maximize damage because you threw the damage orb to the left over here. If we had thrown damage orb right here so that it's hitting this guy back here, it's gonna do not significantly more, but more damage, right?
Yeah, I think I threw it there because I thought the Bastion would be in a room where it could bounce off on them, you know?
That's good. It was good, but here, like after you throw that one, wait like 5 seconds, or don't throw that one and throw this one, or throw that one and then go on the Bastion with your ult. Because like you want to double up so you get max damage. Here, now we want to turn around instantly, make sure that we're not too low as a team. Start killing the Rhine here. Good. It's pretty good ult. Just throw your orb right before it. Whether it's heal or damage.
Was that? I have made
Wasting some heals here. Can't do that. Can't do this range. Again, here, if I'm you, instead of trying to damage up here, like doing this, I'm going to go fade up here. Because I want to see what I can get away with. Especially if I have a damage orb, I'm going to go up here, throw a fade orb toward their spawn, kind of play a little passive until I get my next fade, so then I can play a little more aggressive and then fade back to my team when they need heals. Or fade back to here and throw a heal orb over this way. Right? Because, like, what's stopping you from going up here? You can literally almost fly as Moira for, like, a split second. Whereas here, you're again, you don't have this range as Moira, so... Like, you can do something a little more useful. Like being up here, we could even just assassinate their Ana, but again, you don't want to go too hard because then what if this Rhine like does a crazy shatter and you're not really there to heal him?
Yeah, I think I actually pushed that on.
Good. This is good. How you swap the heals there is really good. So Genji completely feeds. Yeah, this is a bit aggressive. We could just throw a damage orb right now and back up. Right now, you're behind their Rhine. There's probably 3 or 4 people here looking at you. And they're on his healing. Okay, this is kind of ballsy because what did we say earlier about doing this? Like, when's a good time to do this?
When you go picks.
When you have like an advantage. Like it's not that this is not a good opportunity. It's just like they have a BAP. So this is diamond. Or maybe was this diamond or plat? You know?
Yeah, it's platinum time.
So this is plat. They're probably not. The BAP's not gonna be throwing his immortality, but he could. So it's also 4v5. So this is not really a great opportunity to go in. But is this guy gonna kill you? Probably not. But their whole team's gonna be probably looking at you. And I mean, it could have worked. To be fair, it's just not a great time to go in. You kill people pretty quickly though. Here you do let your team down because now they don't have heals. They have to kind of back up. They have Ana. They have Ana. And now they're gonna grab without you, which is never a good feeling. So you know, our heals are unsurprisingly lower than every other healer. Your damage is not, but is that really getting you a lot of value? I would argue probably not. Like this guy has almost double your damage and he's doing extremely good. Just trying to keep these people that are doing a lot of damage up and then doing your damage is gonna be better.
So would you say you only focus on damage when you've got like like a reasonable advantage?
Yeah, that's what we've been talking about so far. But also especially like the tank. If there's like a DPS like balls deep in their spawn, that it's not really necessary for you to go in with them to just heal them. Try to just keep your tank up. If your teammates are not playing around your tank or around you, that's kind of their problem. I feel like it's like almost an unwritten rule that you're gonna be playing around and healing mostly your tank because that's kind of just how it is. Like right here,
Nano boost administered.
yeah, throw a heal orb. We waste a lot of heals because you're not in range here. You're not healing anyone right here. Still not healing anyone. Still not healing anyone. Now we can finally heal people. So you wasted this much of your heals.
Yeah.
So it's not like that big of a deal, but it kind of is because you're just wasting heals. So just remember, like, you're kind of like a short medium range healer. With your orb, you can heal longer, but you're not. It doesn't make you like necessarily a long range healer. If you want to heal people from this distance, play Bap or Ana. Or Cure, or like a lot of healers. Here we throw heal, just to keep our maybe keep our Reaper up. He's probably gonna die, but here we could have like honestly. Here, if you're thinking a little bit ahead, do you know what Cloud 9 means in this game?
C9, yeah, when you just kind of stick on the payload.
Yeah, so
and
here,
just get it down.
identifying this situation very quickly, we could think, okay, I'm gonna fade up here. I'm gonna fade back. I'm gonna fade back into a hidey spot, like behind here, where there's like that little door.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
just hide and see if they push too aggressive and get off site, and then you can fade onto it and just cap and win. But here, you're kind of out in the open. I think what you could have done is, and this is kind of advanced, so I don't expect you to do this, but you could fade and jump up here and just crouch and wait and hide. Because honestly, nobody there up on their team is gonna be looking up here. So, and I don't like the damage orb there either. But honestly, you probably could have won your game like that for your team. Here, this is a situation where I would fade onto the Bastion. I think he's out of position right now. I don't think there's anyone else on their team in here. And it doesn't matter that it's 5v5. So this is an example of where you could actually do this. One, I don't think this guy has the aim or ability to kill you that quickly. So I would throw damage orb, fade straight onto him, and tell my team, shoot Bastion, 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 Bastion. And I think that would be good. Right? But, oh, he does actually go turret for him, so I guess that's something you have to account for. Little Jung. This is where we're gonna win the game. Really good heals, because this is what I mean by like, I mean, every healer is kind of predictive, but Moira's predictive with her orb, but this is good predictive healing, because you know that she's gonna be taking damage, obviously, because she's ulting Pharah.
I called out pocket her if she ulted.
Yeah.
That's what I was trying to do.
Okay, good. You should always do that. Like, if Pharah's ulting out up in the sky, which is where she's gonna be ulting from, just heal her. She would have died there otherwise. Alright,
Nice.
GG.
Good job, guys.
Thanks for saying, thanks for taking us.
Okay. Any questions?
Yeah, so it's like kind of sometimes like you know, like on the smaller amounts of healing, should you always be still kind of prioritizing healing even if they're like on like, I don't know, 30 damage taken?
Oh, can you say it again? You cut out a
Even if
little
they're
bit.
like on yeah, no, it's fine. Even if they're on like something like 30 damage taken or something, should you still be looking to heal them? Like
It kind of depends where they're positioning at. Like, if they're around you and they're just kind of bad, then you should heal them. Like, you shouldn't just purposely not heal them. But if you have to choose between a target that is, you know, actually do like a tank that's doing work and a DPS that's kind of just like feeding or whatever, pick the tank. But if it's a DPS that's feeding and they're like in their spawn going in really hard, then, you know, don't chase them, because it's just, don't chase them even if they're good.